Well, hey Capricorns, it is Cardinal Signs weekend, and that means you, and I saved you for last. Let's just see what's going on. There's a lot going on up there in the sky, and we're going to question accordingly. And we're going to begin with, what is beginning? You are our cardinal sign. You help us begin. And let's look at what's beginning for you Capricorns. All right, lots of endings, and with that, beginnings. We're in a season of change, all of us. So what is changing? What is beginning for Capricorns? Okay, some process of healing, a 4 of air. I love this image. Here we see the fairy lying on the mountain, chilling out. You go take some alone time. There's a lot of old skin being shed here. So this is in the mind, air. Healing, solitude. It's like you're on a mountain. It looks like, I'm a historian, so I think there's a lot of nostalgia going about in the collective. And I see that here. Not nostalgia, but it's like you're resting on the past. It's like very earth Capricorn energy, and you are lying here on top of all that is buried over. Feels like a lot more ease with this Capricorn. Let's see what else is happening here. Just one card underneath. The Knight of Air. Receiving the truth. So we do have the full moon in Aquarius. We will be questioning around that. So let's find out. There's lots of air in your reading. We're beginning process of healing. It comes in your mind. The Knight of Air can be fast energy, angry. I don't see that here. I see surrender in that gesture by this little blue fairy. We'll find out more. Okay, so we have 5 questions here. I'm going to use True Love Tarot here. True Heart. True Heart? I think it's True Heart. True Heart Tarot. This is a really magical tarot deck. And I wanted to talk to Cappies today. So let's see, Capricorn. The first thing that the heavens tell us is we have a full moon in Aquarius conjunct Saturn. Aquarius is a sense of knowing. So we're going to ask, what do you know? And with Saturn, have the capacity to make real. This is taking action on something that you know. So let's find out. What could that be? We are gonna split this deck. And is the suspense killing you? It's killing me. Okay, Cap. Here we go. Ooh, 10 of Swords. You know something is over and done with. You don't have to worry about these thoughts anymore. Swords, more swords. Lots of Aquarian air energy here. Wow. Her expression. Not comfortable. It's kind of obvious when you have a 10 of Swords going on, but I think so. There's and that's why you're healing, right? This is what's beginning is process of healing. This is very painful. This 10 of Swords. You know something is over, and in a way there needs to be action taken. Saturn is calling you to this action to make it so, to end this once and for all. 10 of Swords, it's the dark before the dawn here. Sometimes you literally will see the sun rise on the horizon. Just that faint glow, faint gold in this blue, if you look at it. Or am I imagining that? See the morning star there? Moon's still pretty high. It's a full moon though. So that's that full moon in Aquarius that we have here on August 11th. Okay, so that's what you know and can make real. We'll find out more when we clarify. All right, what matters to you? as you go through this process. An 8 of Wands, action. I do think of Capricorns as disciplined people who are willing to take action. This is also communication. You can see this weird card, like all parts of the brain are lit up. I see the sun. Lots of energy, lots of Leo Wands energy here. With the sun being in Leo. Okay. Thirdly, so we have Saturn square Uranus. This happened 3 times in 2021. That's happening right now. It will happen again in October. So this is part of what is beginning, is kind of going through to that. It will happen again because of retrogrades. So we have kind of a 9-month process here. This is interesting. So you're revisiting that process, and it's a little page of swords. It's a process in which you kind of got open-minded. You got curious. You're definitely, your brain is really figuring big here, Capricorn. I see that she has like a little diploma. Did you earn a diploma? I can see the little bugs flying around her head. She's a chatty character, the Princess of Swords. Very curious little mind. Lots of air. Okay, so that's 2021, what you're revisiting. 4th, what the tarot wants you to know. This is the unexpected revelations that we can expect, what is hidden from us. Okay, there's your mind again. It is hurting your heart. You may not realize this. This appears to me to be the truth that you need to surrender to here. And it looks like you're just getting comfortable. You're beginning to get, this is the next card, the 4 of Swords. Healing from this. Why is this hidden from you? Did you break somebody else's heart unexpectedly? This is what's hidden. This will be revealed to you. So if it's somebody else's heart, that would definitely be an unexpected revelation, perhaps. If it's you hurting your heart with your mind through a process where we obsess. So like, and because we're all kind of, for some reason, like facing the past, maybe because of this revisiting 2021 feeling, we're all kind of looking at how I got distracted there. We're looking at the past, right? So if you've been having a pattern in your life where you go over and over and over what happened and you don't just let it go and like, I can't get closure, or I am going to get closure. This says, quit it. Quit it. Move on. Get here. Go to the 4. This is a much more comfortable place to be. You need to change how your mind is treating you. It's hurting your heart. So those are 2 ways to read that. 4thly, what is the actual question I have here? This is your advice. What you tap into as you go through this process. Justice. Where she usually is holding a sword with the 2 cups balanced on it. This one is holding she's standing on there's the sword. She's standing on the truth. On the knife edge of the truth, balanced like that. These cups, one has the sun, one has the moon. So we have the sun in Leo, the moon in its opposite, Aquarius. This is making me think about how there's a ton of fixed sign energy. Look in your chart. I'll put some links. You can download your chart. This is mine. A lot's happening for me because I have a grand square, or a grand cross, I learned today is what it's called. I always say I'm fixed in all 4 corners. It means I have at 18 degrees and 17 degrees, and all 4 fixed signs, a planet or a north or south node or something like that. So look at your chart. What's going on at 18 degrees in any sign? If it's in the fixed sign, it's a bit uncomfortable. Any other signs can ease that. For example, my chart, I have Mars in Libra at 18 degrees. This can be a beneficial sextile or trine as much. So these aspects, they're angles in your chart. Squares are challenging. Oppositions are challenging. You can learn more about that if you're interested. I don't want to bore you. But Capricorn, check out your chart. If you're feeling uncomfortable, you don't really need to know much more than that. We're all feeling uncomfortable. We're going through inevitable change. I'm trying to help you focus on being excited about the new beginning. That's what I'm doing with my readings. It's just really interesting, I think, to see what is being predicted by astrologers and what I'm actually experiencing. Sometimes they're right on, and then I don't know, sometimes I don't notice what's going on. Gosh, the High Priestess is really important for all of us. It's this full moon in Aquarius. It's a knowing, and it's an intuitive knowing, and we can all trust what it is, and she's here for you. She's underlying your message too, Capricorn. And there's 2 of Cups. Justice, like this, right? This kind of justice. Equals, looking each other eye to eye, drinking from one another's cups. It's a generosity, emotional generosity. It can also be a soulmate connection. Lovely. When I look at this, if I read this as a love story, it looks like you're in the end of something and you know it, and you have to make it real though, and Saturn will help you do that. So that's what this is telling me. So just quick interpretation of this with the 2 of Cups in mind. It's important to you. You are good at taking action and at communicating directly. Boom. I think of a certain Capricorn or 2. I have lots of Cappies in my life, which is just wonderful. There's something going on with this. The mind hurting the heart. It's really in bondage here. Whatever your mind is doing is keeping your heart in bondage. And so seeking justice. This could literally be a divorce. It could also be standing on the truth. It seems like you're very good at that. And there's been some kind of curiosity that you've been having. So that curiosity could be leading you in the direction of this. Oops. I don't know. But you're revisiting something that you've been curious about. Okay, let's clarify. Interesting. All the other readings have not been love stories, Capricorn. But let's look. It's like there's this truth that you are receiving. Quite healing for you. You're starting a process of healing. Is it after this 10 of Swords? Let's find out more about this. What you know and can make real. I know nobody wants to do that. I've always been the one that had to break up with somebody. It's hard. I still actually have disturbing, uncomfortable dreams that I've forgotten to break up with somebody. And I haven't been in a relationship for a while. So I suddenly felt like I was revealing too much. Okay. All right. Let's find out about this. You get a 4 of Cups. That is a ho-hum, been there, done that kind of feeling of, I don't want to go forward because I don't really expect much. It's always been kind of a bummer. You would be wrong. That is a small and limiting worldview. There's your 10 of Swords. Again. Ouch. Tarot's being a bit... Oh, there's a 2 of Cups. Okay, so, my dear, very clear. This is something is over. You end this, despite you're very pessimistic about there being anything better. That's why you're not ending this, even though it's dead. Tarot says, hello, there's a 2 of Cups for you. Here twice. That's simple. That is simple. I vote that you end it and go find this 2 of Cups. How lovely. How lovely, Capricorn. Okay. What matters to you? Action, good communication. This fiery Leo energy. It's a very dynamic, very intelligent, determined energy here. It's like you have the mojo and it does matter to you to be direct. The thing that's keeping you from ending this is low expectations. You feel trapped too. Hello, you would be wrong. Look, you're holding on to the truth. What do you know? You know you can open those wings and fly. It's just your mind that says you open your wings onto swords, you will be cut. Your wings will be cut and you'll be unable to fly. Wow, that butterfly had a lot to say. The Daughter of Wands. I just love when she comes in. That is your passionate outsider viewpoint. I call it for me, this is the card of the queer. By that, I don't mean gay, although it can be. It's an outside the norms perspective. Let me pull one more card. And the Daughter of Swords. Yeah, she's here too. This is what you're revisiting. This curious, open mind. What matters to you? Well, the thing is, it's a very specific reading here. You're letting yourself stay trapped in your head because you're kind of curious about trying something different. And it matters to you to take action on this and to communicate about this. But I can't tell to whom. There's that High Priestess on the bottom here. She says to me that in a way it's a secret, but you intuitively know who you want to communicate. I'd say it's this Daughter of Wands that you want to communicate to. You intuitively know who I mean. So I would love to know who I mean. If you want to tell me in the comments, that's juicy. It's always fun to hear your juicy stories. So let me know. Okay. It's turning into very fun reading, Capricorn. You keep coming in spicy and sexy. Do you know that in your readings? You're very attractive. Perhaps that's a problem. Okay, Princess of Swords. This is what you are revisiting. Something that you became curious about, open-minded to. Now I'm giving you a gay love story. Sorry. It doesn't have to be a gay love story, but it's something like that. It's something that you don't have. What you have is over. There's a 2 of Cups. It's lovely. It looks more equal, balanced, just. It could be more about that in a sense. You haven't been expecting that. And you're very young, page, daughter level energy here. It's very young and fun. And frankly, it's sweet. So let's see, you're revisiting this. This was 21. In the year 2021, you got curious. You know what I mean. There's a decision. Here's your mind. Your mind's quite busy, Capricorn. That's true of you, isn't it? I think you're just so serious and charmingly so. Frank, determined people. Oh, okay. There's your Three of Swords. Now we've seen this twice. Okay. This happened, and you're revisiting it. This happened at 21. A heartbreak. Now, here's your Four of Swords. This is the journey that you are beginning. You have a decision, though, to make between dwelling on this pain or moving into the healing process. It's pretty simple on the table. It's not as simple in real life to do that, right? So the tarot says you need to have this revelation about this Three of Swords. It's really clear to me. These cards want you to move on from that pain and quit trapping yourself. Again, like to emphasize the tied upness here. More than the pain, it's the bondage. It's this. You're trapped. Is it somebody else's? So like if you got curious and so sometimes we can read the threes as like a third party. So there's like an eclipse happening over this couple, and then you made the mistake of, instead of ending the couple, moving into this three. Yeah. So that could again be whoever this outside Daughter of Wands energy is that and then there's this, the knowing. There's your third eye, knowing, your wisdom. The little lamb. It's like a gentleness that comes from getting your mind right here. Okay, so let's explore this. What else does this is the revelation, right? So let's find out. There's an Ace of Cups, new love, divine love, self-love, beautiful. You know, I started reading the tarot and learning it and watching tarot readers because in the midst of a Three of Swords, some app or article gave me the Ace of Cups as the tarot card. And I found an image of it. I put it on my phone screen like this. I really needed hope of that Ace of Cups at that moment. For me, it ended up being love of myself, which I needed to have before I ever have a Two of Cups. I need to get grounded in being my own beloved. But there is some kind of love like that. There is dishonesty and keeping things to yourself. Can even be theft here. Let's find out how this goes together. Ooh, Five of Cups, grief, loss. So it's like there's this beautiful Ace of Cups for you. There's this Two of Cups. It's just something so beautiful here for you. But your brain, your mind keeps you. It hides this from you. It hides the truth of this beautiful new love. And like I said, divine love of another, self-love. It could be any of those. And it keeps you in pain. This is very painful. So like you have the Four of Cups here. This is a lot more. I like to tease you when you're here. When you're here, I want to honor your grief. There is grief around this Ten of Swords that you know. So the Ace of Cups is there, but we want to, and you know it, but there is a grieving that you have to do. I think the mystery here, the revelation, is the Ace of Cups. It's what this little fox sees hiding. That's the truth that will be revealed. But until you do this, sorrow, grief, at what's over, this 10 we see here twice, you're not going to see that. And that's how your heart is tied up by your mind. Okay? So your advice is justice. Let's find out more about that advice. So I just glanced at the bottom of the deck and I see the Fool here. This is the new beginning, is this Ace of Cups. It's very healing for you to turn to this part. It's like, this is the past. There's all these bones and skins. It's like a pile of bones, like carcasses. History. It's just history. It's an archaeological dig. You're resting on that, healing. It's like you're conscious of it. You're grounded in it. You've done the work. You've embraced and surrendered to the truth that comes from there. And there's liberation in that. And you're just beginning that journey, Capricorn. So let's find out. This advice is justice. 6 of Swords. You're moving towards that rainbow. Putting down the old ideas and walking towards the new. I cannot help but remind you that it's something about this Page of Wands. Our little queer card. Rainbow. Okay. There's some competition, some chaos, some confusion. That's a 5 of Wands. And there's what's most important to you. The 8 of Wands, which is this card. Direct communication, taking action. So you're finding a balance here between... I feel like you're being very balanced. You're trying to balance, and this makes sense to me now. Like, she's standing on the truth. And this comes into me as like a wand, like passion, desire, truth. And then this is the balancing of your sun and moon, secrets, and your authentic self, and your cups, your emotions. Like, so this card has a lot going. So it's an act of changing your mind. And there's a lot of confusion in this process of changing your mind and moving towards this new light, this new beautiful beginning, right? But you take your time. This matters to you to do this right. It is inspired by justice, represented here by this rainbow lightning bolt. Everything is in order. The light is there. So like, that's what you're seeking, balance, as you go towards this. And so we see you grieving. We see you very organized, doing the work. I think of you as a good hard worker, serious. It's a serious process you're in. I used to, I've learned so much about Capricorns, mostly through work, reading the cards, and then finding out so many of my good friends are Capricorns. And just so endearingly serious and determined and hardworking, kind of open-hearted. Like, not a lot of this kind of energy in my Capricorn friends. Although we all have our private thoughts, I guess I kind of see you all as open-hearted in a way, like steady. Like, I have this one friend, and she will just she's just really good with the silence. Like, she doesn't step into conversation to get attention. She's just present and lets the silence be. And it feels like a discipline that I admire, that I wish I also had. And I see that here with getting what you want to say and do in order before you do it. That's really important to you. More important than a quick result here. I mean, this is a process. You were just beginning. The stars say it's going to take you about 9 months to work through all of this. So on the bottom, there's your mystery, the moon. There is some private, secret moon work here. And that came up, didn't it, when I saw the Empress. I mean, I saw the High Priestess. And it just said, you don't get to know, Heather. Okay, the moon is here. There's things I don't get to know, but what that tells me is, after what I just said, like, of course, there's something here. It may be, because this comes under what you don't know, there's a truth that is coming in that you don't know either. There's some kind of, an air of revelation about us, around us, and that's, so you don't know something, even though the High Priestess is here and says, trust what you do know. Okay, is that confusing enough for you, Capricorn? I hope this helps. Do let me know. Very interesting, and of course I hope it's a love story, even though it looks like it has a painful start. It looks very full of potential and new love here. So let me know. Have a beautiful day.